Oh, they're all in the trough. Okay, they're at least they're, at least they're getting clean. Let's see what Hermitcraft member is inspiring today's build. Okay, we have the wheel up and we're gonna give it a spin and see who we get. And it looks like Good Times with Scar. I've had a lot of ideas for Scar, so I'm really excited to do this one as well. And to keep on track with the hermits, I think we're going to build Scar very close to Grian's. After flattening out the area, I decided I wanted to build a homage to Scar's cat, Jelly, right up front. And I wanted to give a shout out to Min for their design. I did change a few details here, but it's actually still pretty accurate to their original build, so please go check them out in the description down below. Then I decided I wanted to build up a small steampunk style crane, calling on some inspiration from the Swaggin' Wagon. I've never really done steampunk a whole lot, but I'm very happy with how the wheels of this turned out. I went back and watched some of Scar's old footage and took inspiration from that before adding the crane on top. Then I decided to add the nether portal hanging from the edge of the crane, using a very similar style to what Scar has built in the past for his own nether portal. Scar has stated before that he does not like castles in Minecraft. So obviously, I decided to build a small castle behind the jelly house. In season 9 of Hermitcraft, Scar actually delves into his love of Disney and actually ends up building his own version of Disney World. So I wanted our castle to have some small nods to Disney World. Can you see them? Let me know in the comments. Next, I added some custom trees dotted around the property, and then I built this really nice looking willow tree using calcite and diorite actually for the leaves, and I'm very happy with actually how it turned out. Okay, I know I say this a lot with a lot of the builds I do, but this one was just so much fun to do. So of course I had to include a nod to Scar's cat Jelly by making a jelly house right up front. And I think it definitely turned out really well, but it definitely doesn't do justice to the real Jelly. And of course, Jelly is not empty at all. If we come on in, we actually have the real Jelly right here. Hi, Jelly. I don't think he likes the build, guys. He's not looking at me. But we've got some different areas for some cats to play, some different areas where they could probably have some scratching posts and places to sit and all kind of things. And I added a little bed in the back inside of Jelly's head, so that way when Scar comes to visit Jelly, he's got a place to sleep. And like I said before, I did a nod to the Swaggin' Wagon that Scar made in one of the Hermitcraft seasons. I was really happy with how this turned out. I don't do a lot of steampunk style builds, but I think this crane turned out really well, and I love how the wheels turned out. And then I added in some extra decorations, like we were kind of building as something or lowering this nether portal into this area and getting the area ready. And I'm really happy with how it turns out, because you could just come on up to this scaffolding to get to the portal. And again, this portal is a nod to the one that Scar built in a season of Hermitcraft. Before we check out the inside of the castle, I was very happy with how these custom trees turned out. I tried a little bit of a different route with them and actually did all customs. I didn't do any copy and pasting with World Edit, but I really love how this custom kind of willow tree turned out. I decided to use calcite and diorite and some stained white glass for the leaves and end rods to kind of add some extra lighting and dripping down, and it turned out really well. And I had to build a castle because I know that Scar is not a huge fan of castles, but I know he's working on one and he loves Disney, so kind of wanted to make a nod to that. But this area up front is just an armor storage for Scar, kind of with some nods to maybe some adventures that he has, anything like that. But if we come off to this side, this area was really fun to make. I didn't do the texturing on this. I did add some texture over here, but I wanted to make it seem like maybe this was the newest edition, so there's not a whole lot of wear and tear on it. But if we come on inside, this is actually just the enchanting area, and we have some little cats kind of dotted around, so because of course Jelly's got to have some friends kind of laying around when Scar is out and about, and I didn't add anything here, because if you guys had built this, what do you think you would add to this area up here? Let me know in the comments down below. In the center of the castle, we have a little bit of a courtyard, just kind of dotted around with some pesky birds to kind of nod to Scar and Grian's friendship, as well, with a little bit of a cow barn back here. And I thought I had more than, oh, they're all in the trough. Okay, they're at least they're, you know, at least they're getting clean. And then the big tower actually has a little bit more in it. This would be kind of where I think Scar would keep his storage area, a little bit of storage, you know, to keep some stuff organized. I didn't want to do two chest monsters right off the bat with Grian and Scar inspiring some of these builds, but a little bit of storage for there, and then just kind of all of the little things that Scar might need in his adventures, and maybe a lectern where you keep a book and keep track of all those things as well. And then if we head on upstairs, we just have a simple little potion brewing area with some foliage kind of hanging down that maybe he uses to make his own potions and stuff like that. You know, nothing too crazy, and a nod, at least to myself, because I love the blue orchid. It's definitely the best flower in Minecraft. And then up top, we just have a very high vantage point. Nothing too crazy up here. I didn't add anything to the middle of this tower because I thought this would be a great vantage point to shoot the hot guy bow around at the other hermits and such, especially with Grian living right on over there. I had a lot of fun building this, and I can't wait to see what we build next. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this base that was inspired by Good Times with Scar. YouTube thinks you guys would like these videos, so go ahead and click on one of those if you want to check out more of my content, and don't forget to click the links in the description to see all my social media. But I will get out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Always remember, the most important thing is to be odd and wash your hands. Peace, guys.